Yeah, good afternoon, researchers. I'm Rose Intiveros, your moderator for today. And the long wait is over kasi andito na tayo sa first day ng ating SIT Talks na inihahandog ng The Researchers Initiative. So, excited na ba kayong matuto? Give a thumbs up if yes. Um, so, before we start, mag-pray muna tayo. Yan. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Lord God, Heavenly Father, thank you po dahil pinagkalooban niyo kami ng isang napakagandang araw para magbahagi po, Lord, at matuto. Lord, sana po gabayan niyo kami all throughout this webinar para matulungan po namin yung ibang nangangailangan at the same time, kami din po ay matuto mula sa kanila. Lord, thank you po dahil binigyan niyo po kami ng opportunity na maibahagi po kung ano yung mga nalalaman namin. And Lord, sana po gabayan niyo kaming lahat para mairaos po namin itong webinar ng maayos. Lord, sa inyo po namin inaalay ang webinar na ito. In this we ask.
Ayan, nagkakaroon lang po tayo ng konting technical difficulties. Hello po, I am Adela Arenas, and I am assigned po for the opening remarks. So ituloy na lang po natin itong program while we're inayos namin yung aming screen share. So, yun. So on behalf po of the team of the Research Shares Initiative, we welcome you to our very first Science Investigatory Project, or SIP Talks 2020, a webinar series on research tips and orientation. It is actually a great honor po to plan this project and collaborate with passionate and some of the best researchers in the country. And we have produced this webinar to inspire and remind each one of us that research po is more than just a school requirement. So in research kasi, we try to solve problems, real problems that make an impact to our society or na may naapekto ang specific na population. Kaya naman, pag binigay natin yung ating true interest sa problem na yun, one kind of service is born. Yung service na napapakita natin yung God-given gifts natin in speaking, in critical thinking, in producing solutions. Kaya naman, yung service na yun, nakakapagbigay ng awareness, inspiration, at yun nga, solution to a specific population. At yung service na yun ay research through science and technology. Kaya naman po sa webinars na ito, let's always keep in mind that we promote agham para sa lahat at research para sa bayan. Yun po. May we all have a great time in this series. That's all. Thank you. So, yun. Okay, sorry po, na-disconnect po ang ating host. Technical difficulties again. So, ano po? Ang next na natin ay we'll play a Kahoot game. So, short lang po ito. At wait lang, is-screen share po natin yung ating Kahoot game. Yan. Okay. So, sorry po, super sorry. So, it will give us a glimpse po muna kung ano ba or what is research all about, some tips sa Kahoot na ito. Rosie? Go to kahoot.it para as Rosie is preparing the game, prepared na rin tayo. So if you have another gadget to use, or pwede kayo mag-open ng ibang browser, go to kahoot.it. We'll send it sa chat, so please kindly look at the chat. Kahoot.it. And we'll send you the code, or we'll announce the code later. Oh, sali kayo sa game ha. It's one fun game. Kaya, uh, go. Punta kayo sa kahoot.it. Give a thumbs up pag nasa, ano kayo, kahoot.it.
Punta po kayo sa kahoot.it. Ay, i-flash namin mamaya sa screen.
Okay, we're just waiting for the screen. There you go.
Ang ating game pin po ay 6397377. Yan, sali po kayo. Sali po tayo. Ayan, meron na po tayong unang player, si Josuel. Wow. Ayan, 5 players. Sali po tayo. Ang code po ay nasa screen, 6397377. Yan. Welcome, Mar, Glisel. B, sino yon? Hi, B. Welcome, B. Si JKK. K. Yan. Sali po natin sila. Si Jade, si Abby, Outsgege. Ayan, 23 players. Sali po tayong lahat. Masaya po to. Yan, si Dom. Hi, Dada. Si Jollibee, kasama po natin siya ngayon. At si Barney. Grabe. Grabe naman ang mga pangalan natin dito. Ano? Si AD o Ab. Ayan, si B. 10MG. At kasama po natin si Jesus. Ba't po ganun? Meow. Snow. Chelsea. Yan. Up po sa players natin. Sali po kayo. Meron na po tayong 40 players as of now. Sali kayo. Masaya to. Yan. Nabawasan po. Ano nangyari? Yan. Si Melvin. Ano daw? Si V. 42 players. Sali po tayo. Hotdog. Yan. Nani? 43 players. Ayan, si Riri. Lumagdag siya. Sali kayo. Masaya to. May mga questions yun mamaya. Okay. 45 players na po. Nabawasan. Ayan. Dagdagan ulit. Ayan. 47 players. Sumali si Raise My Sword. At kasama po na si Duterte. Last 10 seconds to join. Tapos, start na po tayo. Sali tayo. Yan, si Hermione. B. Wow. Hi, B. Ayan. Ano yun? Parching. Hindi ko po alam paano sa akin yan. Basta, yan. Okay, 50 players. Let's go. First question. What are the possible maximum start and end dates of a research experimentation in high school? Yan. Kita niyo po yung shapes. Meron po na sa screen. Nagamit niyo para sa Kahoot. Then, press niyo lang po kung ano yung sagot. Yan. Pabilisan din po tayo dito. Palakihan po ito. Go, guys! At ang sagot po ay January to December. Explain ko lang po. According to the latest DepEd Memorandum of and National Science and Technology Fair 2019 to 2020, science research projects must conform with international rules and standards published by Society for Science and the Public, the International Rules for Pre-College Science Research Guidelines for Science and Engineering Fair 2020. As such, the research project should cover a maximum of 12 continuous months from January 2019 to December 2019. Kaya yun po yung sagot. Okay, tingnan po natin ang scoreboard. Naunguna po si Jollibee. Yan. Next question. What is a rationale? Sagot po tayo, ganun lang po ulit. Ang rationale ba ay introduce variables and procedures, discussion of data collected and findings, synopsis of relevance and societal impact of the research problem. Sagot po tayo. Ang sagot po ay ang rationale, a synopsis of the relevance and societal impact of the research problem. To explain, according to the review standards of the National Science and Technology Fair Scientific Review Committee, the committee who reviews all entries for NSTF qualifiers, the rationale includes the synopsis of the background information that supports the research problem and explains why the research is important scientifically. Also, if applicable, it explains the societal impact of the research. Kaya po, rationale ang sagot. Tingnan natin yung scoreboard. Meron pong 26 na tumama sa question number 2. Nanguna pa din po si Jollibee. Kasunod niya po ay si Alps Gege, si Coconut, si Barney, si Nekotsi. And, yan. Third question. True or false? Related literature should be included in the discussion of findings. True or false? Sagot po tayo. Yan. 41 answers. 4 seconds to answer. Yan. Ang sagot po ay true. Related literature should be discussed in the data findings. Data findings are found in the results and discussion, which is the essence of a research paper. A strong recommendation from the guidelines is that you compare your results with theoretical values, published data, literature, and related studies. Commonly held beliefs and or expected results include the discussion of possible errors, statistics, graphs, pages with your raw collected data, and etc. Yan. Meron po tayong 38 na tumama. Yan. Tingnan natin ang podium. Si Coconut ang nasa third place natin. Si Alps Gege. Tapos, si Jollibee. Yan, congrats po. Sana may natutunan kayo sa short game natin. Ngayon, excited na ba kayo? Magkilala na natin ang ating speaker. Yan. Our speaker for session 1 is Ms. Kristine D. Matibag. Ms. Kristine D. Matibag is currently a BS Public Health student and an active member of Agham Youth in the University of the Philippines, Manila. She is known to be an advocate of science and technology for the people, and she's here to remind us of the current state of the S&T sector in the Philippines and what actions must be taken supporting Agham para sa bayan. Let us welcome Ms. Kristine D. Matibag with a warm round of virtual applause.
Hello.
Yan. Hi, Ms. Kristine.
Hello. Thank you for inviting me here sa first session of SIT Talk.
So, meron lang po kami few questions bago po tayo mag-proceed dun sa talk niyo.
Sure. Sige, okay.
So, para po sa first question, what made you give concern or desire to understanding on the state of science and technology in the Philippines?
Aside from being interested in this field, no, science and technology, ayan, laging sinasabi sa atin na should be for the improvement of lives of the people. Ayun. Pero with all these scientific and technological advancements, no, it made me wonder bakit or ang daming walang access to these advancements mismo. Maybe it's time to, or maybe it's time to realize na there is something more beyond what we can learn sa labas ng classrooms or laboratories natin. No? Maybe it's time to learn from the people mismo, and through that we can understand more yung society natin as a whole, and eventually help in changing it to further serve the interests of the people. Ayun.
Ayan. So, can you please give us a brief description po of what an youth is?
Agham Youth is an organization of student scientists, science enthusiasts, or science gustong mag-advocate for science and technology that is in service of the people. No, we also campaign for the main priorities environment, public utilities, self-sufficiency, food security, national industrialization, and of course, scientific and mass culture.
Yan. So, thank you po. Yan. Bago tayo makagawa ng isang science investigatory project, maganda kung maiintindahan natin ang estado ng science and technology sa bansa. Miss Kristine, pwede niyo po bang ibahagi sa amin yun?
Okay, I'll share my screen. Okay. Wait lang. Ayan. Can you guys see my slide?
Kita po yung slides niya.
Kita siya, okay? So, ayan nga. Nasabi ko na to kanina, yung Agham Youth. Kasi this slide is originally from Agham Youth. Now, we use this for the discussion of state of Philippine science and technology. So, yan. I just added some filler slides for this webinar. Okay. Before we start, I would like to ask one or two from the audience expect to see or learn from this discussion. Can someone, wala namang tama o maling questions, just to see if mami-meet ba yung expectations nyo, and we'll try to meet your expectation dito sa discussion na to.
Ayan, sa audience po natin, pwede nyo gamitin yung Zoom chat para sumagot sa question si Miss Kristine.
Yeah. You can use the Zoom chat or you can turn on your mic para marinig namin. Oh, sorry. Okay. Ayan. From Clarissa, sabi niya, I'm looking forward to know more about how we can use our talents to uplift the state of S&P in our country. Okay, sige. We'll have that in there. Any other answers or let's proceed na?
Huwag kayong mahiya, gamitin niyo po yung chat or pwede din nga po kayo mag-open ng mic para masagot yung kung ano yung expectations niyo.
Or baka may gusto kayong ialay. Ayan. From Layton, I'm looking forward to let the society put their lenses on the scientific community so that professional careers will have a better salary work. Okay. Sige, I think yun na lang muna, no? So we can proceed na. Baka maubusan tayo ng time. Okay. So, ayan. They always ask, what is science, but never, how is science? So in this discussion, we'll answer the following questions. What is the current state of Philippine S&P? Why is it this way? And what can we do about it? Okay, so the content for the first part, we'll have science, technology, and development, Philippine economy and society at a glance, state of S&P in the Philippines, and lastly, Philippine society and S&P. Okay. First part muna, ayan, science, technology, and development. Let us define muna science and technology. I think makaka-relate yung everyone dito na simula elementary hanggang high school, no, tinuturo sa atin na science is the orderly system of facts and laws, while yung technology is the application of these knowledge. No? Science is also a major component in production development and as well as one of the most powerful influences on people's actions and behavior. So, paano natin nasabi na it is one of the most powerful influences on people's actions and behavior? So, isang timely example siguro ay scientific studies, di ba? Ngayon, panahon ng pandemic. Yeah. Scientific studies have shown that masks can significantly reduce the transmission of the virus. So, from that knowledge, people will now decide kung ano ba yung gagawin nila, kung magsusuot ba sila ng mask, naniniwala ba sila sa science or hindi, right? Okay. So, ayun pala, if you have questions, feel free to raise or if mabilis ba, so we can adjust. Okay? Yeah. Additionally, throughout history of mankind, we can see the role of S&P in the development as well as sa pag-achieve ng national economic growth of a country. No? So, mas evident to sa mga countries with more advanced industries such as in transportation, manufacturing, and energy. And syempre, ang nagbe-benefit to these advantage to these advancements are the people mismo, the entire population of the nation. Ayan. Oh no, nasa expectation slide pa rin. Sorry, oh my gosh.
It's okay.
Ayan. Nakita niyo na yung next slide?
Yes po.
Ayan. Ayan yung sinabi ko. Ayan yung sinasabi ko. Ay, sorry Sige, ayan. Hindi ko kasi nakikita yung chat. So, ayan. They always ask what is science, but never how is science. So, medyo i-recap na lang natin. So, ayun nga, I said earlier, yung objectives natin, what is the current state of Philippine S&P, why is it this way, and what can we do about it? Ayan, for the outline, the content of this discussion, science, technology development, Philippine economy and society, state of S&P, and Philippine society and S&P. For the first part, so ulit yun. So yung science is the orderly system of known facts and laws, and one of the most powerful influences on people's actions and behavior. Nakuha naman natin to kanina nun. Okay? Did everyone get this part kahit walang text kanina? Okay. Yan. Okay. And ayun nga, like what I was saying earlier, na uh, makakatulong yung S&P sa pag-develop ng economic growth ng isang country para sa pag-provide ng needs of the population. So, ayan. And na-develop yung, parang continuously nagde-develop yung S&P nila because they have developed their base industries. Yung base industries ay yung agriculture, mining, steel industry, or cement industry. Yun yung mga basic or base industries natin. And sa pag-develop ng mga S&P na to nga, no, na-address natin yung needs of the people, and in turn, makakapag this will lead to further development of S&P pa. So to further explain that, no, I'm put here visualization. So para siyang ganyan, para siyang upward spiral. So from the bottom here, if we develop S&P, syempre, we can meet the needs of the people. We can provide the needs of the people, and as well as achieve national economic growth. So with national economic growth, ibig sabihin, mas nakakapag support or fund pa tayo para mas ma-develop pa lalo yung S&P natin. So, pag lalong na-develop yung S&P, syempre lalong mag-i-improve yung buhay ng mga tao and yung economic growth. So, para lang siyang upward spiral. Okay? So, hindi siya yung parang cycle kasi merong nag-i-improve siya per level development. So, yeah. Okay? Yan. So, bago mag-proceed mismo sa topic natin na State of Philippine Science and Technology, puntahan muna natin yung Philippine Economy and Society to further understand the next topic. Yan. Okay? Kumusta ba ang Philippine Economy and Society? Yan. Hindi naman natin pinagkakaila, no, na the Philippines is currently facing a lot of problems. No, yan poverty and hunger, joblessness, low wages for workers, landless na naman sa farmers, as shown by these pictures, and other problems pa. And during these times, no, mas na-intensify pa siya ng current health crisis. And according to the 2018 data of Ibon Foundation, there were 4.13 million Filipinos unemployed, 6.9 million are underemployed. Underemployed, we mean they are in the jobs unrelated to their specialization. So for example, a licensed nurse or a licensed teacher na nagtatrabaho as a sales lady. Ganun. And 66 million are living under 120 pesos daily. So, can we imagine that? Hindi ba parang isa na siyang human rights violation na parang walang mabubuhay decently sa 120 pesos a day, no? Yan. Kaya naman, this pushes 5,460 Filipinos to live daily to work abroad every year. So, ayan. And itong mga problema na to of the Philippine society, hindi lang niya naapektuhan yung pang-araw-araw na buhay ng mga Filipinos, kundi naapektuhan niya rin kung paano ang kalagayan ng ating science and technology sector. So ito, punta na tayo sa state of S&T in the Philippines. Okay? And according to the 1987 Constitution, no, it is the mandate pala of the government or the state to give priority to the S&T. Pero, do we think nagagampanan kaya to? Or natutupad ba tong mandate na to? No? So, titingnan natin ngayon ang four aspects na to of science and technology, no? Education, research and development, opportunities for researchers, scientists, engineers or RSPs, and sa Philippine industry. Okay, proceed na tayo. First, S&T education. Yan. Sobrang paglaganap ng kakulangan sa facility, ganyan, and also mababang kalidad ng S&T education in general, no? And mas obvious, or ayan nga, especially apparent in our public school system. Pero hindi pa kasali dito yung issue natin ng accessibility mismo sa education. Ito palang mga kakulangan at quality ng S&T education. So, let's see. According to DepEd, no, nung 2017, ayan, mayroon daw kulang. Ayan, yung mga kulang nakalista dyan. 30,995 classrooms, 88,267 teachers, and 235 million learning materials nationwide. Ayan. As well as 2.2 million seats, 66,492 classroom sets, and 44,558 computer packages. Kulang. Okay? Pero, according naman sa ACT Philippines or Alliance of Concerned Teachers, meron daw talagang kaban na 113,995 na kulang sa classroom. Diba? Ito yung mga nakikita natin na niromanticize sa media na nagkaklase sila kahit sa ilalim ng puno, sa isang room, hahatiin siya para sa dalawang klase, things like that. And dapat isipin natin na okay lang ba talaga siya? Is it really is it really a manifestation na matatag yung Filipinos, diba? Yun yung kalimitang topic, Filipino resiliency, diba? Ni-romanticize yung mga ganon. So, ano ba dapat? Okay? So, yun pa lang in general education, sa education pa lang yan in general. So, puntahan naman natin ngayon yung science education. Okay? So, only 4.8% of public elementary school now have science labs, no? 2010 data to. Meron ba ditong mga galing sa public elementary schools? Ayan, do you remember kung meron bang mga laboratories yung schools yun ng elementary, or kung meron man, kung nagagamit ba or hindi, di ba? So, yun. Pagdating naman sa high school, 76% of public high schools have science labs. Pero the volume of the students are so the volume of students is so high na yung ratio ng lab to students ay 1:100, 1,325. So para siyang sa isang high school, kung may isang laboratory, siguro mga um, from first year to fourth year, lahat sila ginagamit isang lab lang. So parang ganon. Yan. Okay. And in 2016, 65%, another data to, another source, ayan, 2016, 65% of public high schools lang daw ang may science laboratory. At 43% ng dito sa may mga laboratories nito ang may access to newer or digital tools. So here's a graph. So ayan. Ito. Meron kang access to laboratory or meron na kayong laboratory sa schools pero wala namang newer or digital equipment. So for example, no, yung laboratory sa school, yung microscopes doon ay sobrang luma na nandun na siya simula nung open yung school, yung mga ganong tipo na equipment, di ba? So, ayan. So, isa ring experience nung high school kami, wala naman masyadong gamit sa laboratory. So, nung nag-research, pumunta pa rin sa ibang laboratories, tapos may kamahalan yung mga laboratory fees. Diba? So, ayun. Pagdating naman sa college, mas nahihirapan yung Filipino students na makatungtong ng college dahil 88% of HEIs or higher educational institutions are private. So, ang total number of HEIs sa bansa ay 1,943. Tapos yung natitirang 12% dyan, sorry, medyo number heavy, no? So yung natitirang 12%, tama ba? 12% dito, yun na yung 233 state university colleges. Yung state university colleges, yung mga PUP, UP, PABSU, yung mga state university colleges. Pero, itong mga state university colleges naman na to, may mga problema rin kinakaharap. So, ayan yung continuous na budget cuts from the government as well as paniningil ng other fees. Okay? So, may na-share nga sa amin na sa PUP raw, sa PUP, pinagkakasya raw yung 40 to 50 students in one laboratory na mas maliit pa sa mga classroom. And may instances din na nagla-laboratory sila sa hallways. Ayan. And bukod pa dyan yung kakulangan sa library resources or scientific journals. Ganun. Sa UP Manila naman, hindi rin naman nalalayo yung situation. No? Yun yung realidad sa mga SUCs. Kasi sa UP Manila, may mga kwento rin na nag-laboratory or nag-titration experiment sa rooftop. Ayun, yung may nag-dissect sa rooftop. Yung mga ganon kasi walang space. So, abangan na lang natin sa college, no? So, ayan. Kung ganon pala, no, natin na from elementary to high school, wala masyadong access or sophisticated yung science materials pati yung other necessities for S&P education. So, hindi nakakapagtaka na konti lang din yung may encourage na mag-go into S&P courses. So, here, ayan, according to CHED, noong 2012, no, 0.97 lang pala yung kumuha ng science-related courses. So, mas marami yung kumuha ng business-related na may 27.7%. And sa science, technology, and engineering courses naman na may nakuha tayong data dyan, the Philippines had 14.96% enrollees sa STE, pero compared sa 47.12% ng STE enrollees sa Singapore, no, parang ang laki ng gap. Hindi lang parang, ang laki talaga ng gap. So, ayan, ito yung graph para makita natin. Ayan. Singapore, mga halos 50% yung STE enrollees nila. Ayan. And pagdating naman sa graduates, kasi syempre pag nag-enroll ka ng college, pag nag-enroll ang isang Filipino student sa college, hindi naman sure na lahat yun makaka-graduate, right? So, ayan, noong 2012, naka-record lang tayo ng 6.2% STE graduates compared sa 49.2% rate ng STE grads ng Singapore. Ayan ulit yung isang graph. And, additionally, mas makikita natin yung pagiging backwards na tinatawag, na pagiging backwards ng S&P Edu dito sa part na to. According sa themes or trends in mathematics and science studies, no, annual exam to na check yung performance ng different countries sa math and science studies. No, yung Philippines nakarank yung Philippines ang 34th out of 38 countries. Sa science naman, 43rd out of 46 countries. And matagal na talaga tong data na to, 2003 pa, kasi that was also the last time na nag-participate yung Philippines dito sa teams. So, ayan. Okay. High school math and science. And given the previous data, no, hindi na rin naman nakakapagtaka na yung results ng NAT yung NAT results in math and science are deteriorating. And makikita natin 2007 to 2011 pababa lang siya. And makikita natin na ayan yung passing nasa taas. Ito yung passing, tapos ito yung general score sa math and science. So, mas mataas pa ngayon nakuha ng math
pinipili.
kesa sa science, no?
Aba, syempre, ngayon nga,
So,
kinakatulugan ko to eh.
Yeah.
Wala ka namang pinababaon, walang masasayang.
Not memories. Yan. And, ito sa grade 3 students, so, di ba, nagnanap tayo grade 3, grade 6, ba? Tama ba? Okay, so, grade 3, ang average math score ay 57.3, while sa math naman ay 62.86%. No, yung passing ay 70% according to this graph. So, bagsak tayo. And sa high school naman, mas mababa pa. Mas mababa pa sa high school, no? 40.53% lang sa science and 46.37% naman sa math. Yan. So, based from these historical and recent data lang na na-present natin, no, makikita natin how the S&P education pa lang ay backwards and stunted, no, na bakit parang pababa ng pababa yung results natin. And that certainly affects or brings great impact sa overall S&P state ng ating bansa. So, ayan. Punta naman natin yung next aspect, yan, research and development. And Cynthia Villar, yung sabi na nga, baliw na baliw kayo sa research. Aanin niyo ba yung research? So, ito po ang gagawin natin sa research, no? And may nag-message ba? Ayan. Sana naaliw kayo. Okay, yan. Ito po yung gagawin natin sa research, no? Yan. First lesson pa lang sa mga research subjects natin or research writing subjects, no? what is research, what are the characteristics of a good researcher, or is what are the characteristics of a good research, parang ganon. So ayan, research and development is systematic and creative way of expand scientific knowledge. So, pag na-expand natin yung scientific knowledge na to, pwede din nating magamit, we can utilize this scientific knowledge to create new technology. And mahalaga yung research and development sa pag-produce natin, I mean, mahalaga yung R&D sa development ng local key technologies natin na magagamit natin for industrialization. And R&D will provide a framework kung paano ba magagamit yung S&P for economic growth, lalo na for a developing country like the Philippines. Pero, let's see. Pero, tingnan natin. Yung budget na ina-allocate ng Philippines for research ay sobrang baba. Mayroon yung recommendation ng UNESCO na at least 1% of the GDP should be allocated for research. Pero nung 2017, if we look here, no, nung 2017, 0.14% lang ng GDP yung nabigay for research. Sabi nga ni Cynthia Villar, bakit yung budget nyo puro sa research? Wala naman pong budget. Ayan, di ba? 0.14% lang ng GDP yung nabigay. At mas mababa pa siya dun sa 1998 na budget for research which was 0.3% ng GDP. Tapos bumaba pa siya ng 2017 ng 0.14% lang, no? Siguro, pwede natin isipin na 1% lang naman, pwede na yung 0.14%. Pero, we look to the budget allocations of other countries for R&D, makikita natin na sinobrahan pa nga nila yung UNESCO recommendation, di ba? Ayan, sa Japan, 2.8%, Taiwan, 1.1%. And yung Malaysia, 0.69%, at least mas mataas, at least pwede na siyang i-estimate to 1%, no? Okay? And, ayan, according to UNESCO 2010 UNESCO World Science Report, yan, 2010. Ayan. At this rate, no, kung papanatilihin natin na ganyan yung budget for research and development, and we will not be able to keep up with our neighboring countries sa Southeast Asia pagdating sa S&P development. Na naman natin yan, no? And ayun nga, according sa global competitiveness based on allocated budget for R&D, pang 59 tayo out of 63 countries. So, ganun kaliit yung ina-allocate natin ng budget for R&D compared to other countries. So, ayan. Here's another, no? So, siguro ito tayo ngayon, no? Probably as right now, looking at the figures of other countries. So hanggang kailan ba tayo magiging developing countries? No? Kailangan natin magiging developed countries. Ayan. Next, punta naman tayo sa patent application. Still under research and development. So, diba? Quick overview lang. No, yung patent applications, they reflect the ability of a country na mag-produce ng new technologies and new knowledge, diba? So, yung patent kasi, diba, ina-apply siya para makaiwas, parang siyang form of intellectual property right, so, para makaiwas na makuha yung na-invent mo, ganyan. So, kailangan magpaalam muna dun sa naka-invent bago siya commercially produce. So, yan. So, nung yung data natin, 2011, only 0.44% ng patent applications are local residents yung nag-apply, no? So 0.44%. Kasi yung patent application, pwede siyang, ina-apply siya, pwede siyang i-apply sa iba't ibang country. So kahit hindi ka taga Philippines, pwede kang mag-apply ng patent para maprotektahan mo yung iyong invention. So yan. And nung 2017 naman, 14.6% are yun yung total patent applications na na-apply ng local residents. So para mas makita natin yung number, no, nung yung 2011 ba yan? 2011, meron tayong total na 3,404 patent applications. So, 15 lang doon. 15 lang doon yung by local residents. 15. Tapos yung the rest, no, 2,289 ay by foreign foreign applicants na. And nung 2017, pwede nating siguro maisip natin dyan, tumaas yung record ng applications by local residents. Pero, actually, tingnan natin dito, noong 2017, 729 lang yung applications na na-file for patent. So, mas bumaba pa yung patent applications, no? Meanwhile, so mas mababa pa kasi dito, diba, sa 2011, naka 3,000 plus tayo. So, ngayong 2017, 729 na lang. Hindi na lang tayo nakaabot ng 1K. Compared sa Japan na in a single year, meron silang 381 applications at sa China, 1.3 million application. Grabe, booming ang kanilang new technologies. And, ayan, ayan pala yung graph. Makikita natin, compare lang. Okay, sa patent applications lang yon. So, makikita natin na konti na nga yung napoproduce na new technologies, no, dahil dito sa patents na to. I mean, as we can see sa patent applications, dominated pa siya ng mga foreigners, diba? Kanina, mas madami yung nag-a-apply ng patent sa Philippines na foreigners kaysa sa mismong Filipinos. Yan. And pagdating naman sa research publications, from 1997 to 2017, naka-accumulate tayo ng 27,811 research na na-publish sa international research publications. So, cumulative na yan, ha? So, from 1997 to 2017, ilang taon yun? 10? Hindi, 20. So, sa 20 years na yun, naka 27,811 lang tayo sa research publication. Meanwhile, yung Japan, naka 2 million and yung China, naka 5 million sila. No? Yan. Yan ulit yung graph. Para makita natin yung gap, kung gaano kalaki yung gap sa data. No? And in 2017 alone, ito 2017 lang to, naka 3,152 research publications, research papers lang sa international publications. Habang yung Japan, naka 100,000, and yung China, sa isang buong taon, naka 500,000 na agad sila. No? So, ayan. May message. Ayan, sabi niya. Ayan, may nagtanong pala, how much is the cost of filing a patent sa PH? I'm not really sure or not really familiar sa cost of patents. Pero kasi diba yung patents, binabayaran din siya. Para siyang subscription, no? Parang hindi ma-expire yung patent mo, babayaran mo siya, I think, yearly or monthly. So, ayun. So, parang kung halimbawa, ang isang student ay maka-discover ng new technologies, tapos mag-file siya ng patent. So, parang pahirapan pa kung paano niya i-sustain yung patent na yon bago siya maibenta sa companies, bago siya mapagkakitaan ng mga companies, gano'n. Diba? So, hindi lang ako familiar dun sa kung magkano ba yung price ng patent application. And sabi ni Layton, grabe numbers, say it all do. Yes. Okay. Yeah. And aside from the huge shortage of funding na nakita natin kanina sa first part, no, yung S&T education, very evident din yung lack of proper financial support from the government no, para sa ating research and development. So, makaka-apekto rin yun para sa ating RSEs or researchers, scientists, and engineers sa pag-develop or pag-immerse pa sa S&T para ma-develop yung ating entire S&T sector. No? So, yun nga, as a result, meron tayong low capacity to produce new research, new technology, and scientists themselves. Diba? Nakikitang, I think, shared experiences na dun sa lack of proper financial support, no, yung mga research natin sa school, kahit sa school pa lang, students yung nag-shoulder nun, right? So, paano kung walang pang research yung students? Diba? So, ayun. Sayang naman yung potential ng ating RSEs. Yan. And, and sabi dito, problems of S&T students do not end in graduation. So, kung may kinakaharap na tayo as students pa lang, no, hindi to matatapos pag nakagraduate na tayo. Kasi pag nakagraduate na tayo or naging, for example, naging scientist na tayo or S&T professionals, ang sasalubong naman sa atin ay kakulangan ng trabaho for our expertise, no, na under or na appropriate para sa ating mga courses or expertise. So, meron din dyang yung mababang sahod na for our S&T professionals compared to S&T professionals abroad. Ayan, other issues such as contractualization or project-based jobs. So, pag may project lang, doon ka lang magkakaroon ng trabaho, gano'n. So, many S&T professionals then are forced to take unrelated jobs to their unrelated jobs nga in their specialization and then mga underemployed. For example, napipilitan sila magtrabaho sa mga business processing outsourcing, yung mga BPOs or call center. Ayan. And, syempre, nag-i-increase din yung numbers of S&T professionals na may-encourage na mga ibang bansa. Kasi mas mataas yung sahod doon, di ba? Ano pa bang gagawin mo dito kung yung sahod mo, hindi mo mabubuhay yung family mo? So, ayan. Tapos sa abroad, bukod pa dun sa pasahod, nade-develop pa nila yung knowledge nila and expertise kasi nga mas maunlad yung S&T sector doon. Kaya naman, noong 2014, no, merong 40,000 S&T workers abroad. And this contributed to the worsening brain drain in our country. So, nga dun sa kanta ni Glock 9, no, parang ang daming S&T workers or ang daming S&T graduates, no, yung iba promising, mostly are promising S&T professionals, pero nasan sila, no, nag-a-abroad. Kasi nga, dito sa mga nabanggit natin na conditions. Yan. Ayan. And, ayun, dahil nga kulang tayo sa mga S&T professionals, syempre, magiging kulang din tayo sa research and development personnel. Itong numbers na to ay R&D personnel per million. So, yung UNESCO, meron ulit silang baseline na 380, at least 380 R&D personnel per million. Pero, yung Philippines, yung 16, meron lang tayong 358 R&D personnel per million. Per million yon. So, and pala, dagdag ko lang na yung sa 358 na to, 60% dyan, sa 358 R&D personnel per million, 60% pa dyan ay under private corporations such as mining and agricultural science. So, sino ang makikinabang dun sa ating uh, pool of S&P professionals? Compared na natin sa Japan, Singapore, and Korea na meron silang lagpas 5,000, ayan, mga 6,000 to 7,000 R&D personnel per million. And next naman, aside from the deteriorating state ng R&D and the lack of opportunity for our scientists and engineers, no, our RSEs also experience different forms of attacks galing pa mismo from our government, no. So ayan nga si Leonard Ko, are you guys familiar kay Leonard Ko? He was considered the foremost authority in ethnobotany in the country, as in marami na siyang na-discover na mga species ng plants. Ayan. And while he was conducting a restoration project sa Southern Leyte, binaril siya ng mga members of the AFP kasi napagkamalan din siya NPA. So, yun. Hanggang ngayon, wala pa rin, hanggang ngayon, wala pa rin justice para kay Leonard Ko and his family. Kahit na ang isang fact-finding mission na prove na members of the AFP talaga yung nakabaril. Kasi may kwento yung members of the AFP na meron daw crossfire between AFP and the NPA rebels. Tapos, nasa gitna raw nandun daw yung mga researchers tsaka si Leonard Ko, nasa gitna. So, parang natamaan lang siya. Pero, sa fact-finding mission na sinagawa dati, nakita na yung direction ng bala ay from one direction lang. So, walang crossfire na nangyari. So, galing lang siya sa side nung members of the AFP. So, yun. Isa pang incident ay isa namang professor, member naman to si Sir ng Agham Professionals. Agham Professionals, so organization siya ng scientists, engineers, professionals. Ayan. Former UP Physics professor siya. Tapos, inakusahan siya na NPA daw siya. Kasi nagsasagawa kasi siya ng research sa Davao. Davao nga ba? Sa Davao, tinutulungan niya yung victims of typhoon ng isang Typhoon Pablo daw. Ayan, Typhoon Pablo noong 2014. So, sinampahan siya ng mga gawa-gawang kaso like illegal possession of explosives. Ganun. And isa rin palang, bukod sa pagiging scientists for the people, isang common link din between Leonard Ko and Prof. Kim Gargar ay parehas silang anti-mining advocate. So, kung binabalita man sa mainstream media or sa maraming cases ng pagpatay or harassment and violence ang involved sa mga mining issues. So, kung mababalitaan nyo, sa Twitter kasi diba medyo maraming lumalabas yan. So, kung ikaw ay strong advocate of mining, yung mga patay, para papasukin yung mga mining companies. Multinational foreign mining companies yun. And sa S&P professionals na yun, meron na rin incident na mismong student scientists ang nakaranas ng harassment and violence mismo from the state forces. So, itong picture na to sa itong left, ayan, hinikila siya ng police, no? Member siya ng Agham Youth UP Diliman. and nagko-cover siya, and nandun siya sa peaceful peaceful protest or picket ng Nutriasia workers. Tapos, nandun siya as a member of the media. So, nagko-cover siya nung event, ay nung protest niya. Pero, ayan siya, pinagahablot siya nung police, no, pinukpok siya. Tapos, if, kung nakita niyo yung video dati sa Twitter, ah, hindi pa ako member ng Agham Youth no'n, eh, parang senior high pa lang ata ako. Pero nakita ko siya sa Twitter 'no, parang sumisigaw siya na, media ako." So, parang gano'n. Pero, ayun, hinila-hila siya ng pulis, ayun nasa picture, tinutok siya, ayun. And second incident naman, no, ito kasi July 2018. And then nung September 2018, nagkaroon ng event yung parang nagkaroon ng conference yung isang mining corporation. Tapos nag-conduct sila doon ng isang protest. Tapos ayun, hinuli sila, dinetain sila sa Pasay. So members din ng Agawidon. Siyempre, destructive mining corporations no yun. And all these situations na naranasan ng professionals and young scientists alike, nire-reflect nito kung gaano nine-neglect as well as kung paano tinuturing ng government natin ang science and technology sector, no? So, ayan. So, here, from the underdeveloped science education, sa first part natin, no, underdeveloped science education, hanggang sa lack of opportunities for our scientists and engineers, we have two words to describe the current state of science and technology in the Philippines. No? Ito yung backwards and stunted. Backward, nakita natin siya, dun nga sa large difference compared to other countries, and sa international standards, yung mga data natin, not results, and our R&D personnel, our workers, S&P workers, and also stunted dahil wala talaga tayo nakitang development over time, no? As presented sa previous data kanina sa slide. Okay? So, yun lang. For the current state of S&P, tatandaan lang natin two words, backwards and stunted. And for this last part, puntahan naman natin yung Philippine Society and S&P. Pero, bakit ba natin siya kailangan? Ba't natin siya kailangan pa i-discuss? Ba't pa natin kailangan i-discuss yung Philippine Society? S&P lang naman yung topic natin dito, no? Dahil yung backwards and stunted na kalagayan ng S&P natin, hindi lang yung naapektuhan tayo as students or student scientists or yung professionals as scientists, ganyan, or nasa S&P sector, kundi dahil, di ba nga, nasabi natin kanina na yung S&P is one of the main drivers of industries. And yung industries, nakaka-apekto siya sa ating economy. So, ibig sabihin, naapektuhan niya rin yung lahat ng sector sa bansa, sa lahat ng sector. So, kahit farmer sector, di ba, worker sector, lahat yan naapektuhan. Okay? Yan. And from this graph, makikita natin na the Philippine industry is deteriorating and experiencing yung tinatawag nating deindustrialization. So, kabalitera ng industrialization, deindustrialization. Kasi, ayan, as an agricultural country, from, 1946 to 2015, makikita natin na bumababa yung agriculture, yung percent GDP ng agriculture industry. Meanwhile, tumaas naman yung services and stagnant yung manufacturing. Ayan, 'di ba? Kasi 'di ba, bilang agricultural country tayo, dapat ma-develop din natin yung agriculture natin as base industry bago tayo makapag-develop ng other forms of heavier industry. Yan nga. Numbers, the percentage of industry sector contribution to GDP decreased from 31% to 28.6%. Agriculture, 12.6 to 6.1, nangalahati na lang siya. Habang yung services ay 43.8 to 49.3%. Ano ba yung mga under ng services na sinasabi natin dyan? Yan yung mga BPOs, services yon yung mga, ang issue kasi natin dito, kahit sa services, hindi naman yung bansa natin yung nakikinabang. So these, di ba yung mga BPOs, ang may-ari din yan yung mga foreign companies, di ba? So yun, kaya sinasabi na, ay, ang galing-galing mag-English ng mga Filipinos, mag-call center ka nga, pero di ba, hindi naman talaga tayo nakikinabang doon, yung mga foreign entities lang din. Yan. And makikita natin yung lack of basic industries. So steel, agriculture, energy production, yan, no programs for rural industrialization and agricultural modernization, kaya pababa ng pababa yung ating agriculture sector. Wala pa dyan yung other issues na kinakaharap ng ating agricultural sector, no? Yan. No agricultural modernization, pinopromote pa natin, parang pinagmamalaki pa natin. Ang galing naman ng Filipinos kasi kalabaw pa rin yung ginagamit, diba? Ang tibay talaga, ganyan. When in fact, pwede naman na mag-tractors, diba? Pwede naman na mag-machines. So, isa lang, para siyang isang scheme na panatilihin na ganyan yung state ng ating society and SNP. At wala rin tayong genuine infrastructure and basic services such as energy, transportation, communication, and information technology na libre at accessible for people. Ayan. Dagdag pa natin dyan na even under the past administration, hanggang sa current administration, no, kung hinaharap ng ating local industries ang worsening economic liberalization, privatization of public industries, and commercialization. So, ang example ay yung Mining Act of 1995. Kasi, pwede naman tayong magtayo ng sarili nating mga mining industry, di ba, na ang makikinabang, Filipinos, ganyan. Pero yung Mining Act of 95, ina-allow niya yung 100% foreign ownership sa corporations, no? So, ibig sabihin nun, free yung foreign mining corporations na mag-access at i-extract yung ating mineral resources. So, yan. And then, EPIRA of 2001 or the Electric Power Industry Reform Act, no, na binenta niya yung state-owned power generation assets. Na yung, kaya mahal yung mga kuryente natin ngayon. Kasi privately owned na yung power generation assets natin. And also yung oil deregulation law, binigay ng government yung control sa oil supply, yan, oil industry, sa private sector pa rin. Kaya ang mahal-mahal din ng mga ano ngayon, 'di ba? Oil na ano bang tawag doon? Yung sa kaya 'di ba yung mga oil price hike, hindi siya madidictate ng government. So kahit magtaas sila ng presyo ng langis, walang magagawa yung government doon kasi hawak yun ng private sector. Okay? So, ayan. As a result, no, yung with this dekada na yung mga policies na to, ay hindi lang yung tatlong yun yung mga backward policies, ha. Tatlo lang siya among the many more backward policies ng government natin. So, baka hindi tayo matapos kapag diniscuss natin yung lahat. So, ayun. With decades of implementing and creating laws and policies, gaya nung tatlo na nabanggit natin, no, ang nakikinabang lang naman ay yung foreign corporations or few na naghaharing uri, say that, yeah, the ruling class, no? Our industries and economies have become what we call export-oriented and import-dependent. Export-oriented dahil, ayan, extracting raw materials only to be exported and sold to capitalist countries at minimum cost, while we depend on imported goods that we purchase at costly amount. So for example, ngayon sa mining, dahil wala tayong industries to um, produce, halimbawa, mga pako or yero, ganyan. So, yung mining companies, mag-extract sila ng ores, yung mga mineral ores, ganyan. Pero dahil wala nga tayong pang-process ng ores na yun, ibabenta na lang siya sa other countries na may industry, na may steel industry na makakapag-process ng ores na yun. So pagbalik nun, pag naging pako na siya, pag naging yero na siya, ibabalik siya ulit sa atin sa mas mahal na halaga naman. So ang nakinabang lang sa ating resources ay yung foreign mining companies and other foreign entities. Tama ba? Diba? Yan. Sarili nating resources, hindi tayo nakikinabang. Kaya, yan. Wait, oh my gosh. Ayan. Yun lang siya yun. Yan. Tatandaan lang natin, no? Export-oriented and import-dependent. We focus on exporting raw, cheap, emphasis on cheap, no? Mura, cheap labor, and hindi lang raw materials, pati labor resources. So for example, yung K-12, diba? Isa siyang issue. So bigay ko na lang din as an example, no? Yung K-12, ginawa siya para mas mapadami or mas mapadali yung pag-export natin ng labor force sa ibang bansa. So, ganun lang siya. So, export-oriented and import-dependent of cheap raw materials and labor. Okay. Okay ba tayo doon? Ayan. Yun lang siya sa society and SNP. To summarize na, no, here are the key points of our discussion. Backward and stunted state of SNP, as shown by the low quality of SNP education, government's non-prioritization of R&D, and the lack of low opportunities for our RFEs or researchers, scientists, and engineers. And the ongoing deindustrialization of PH economy as manifested in the shrinking agriculture sector, booming services sector, and stagnation in our industries. Okay. Also, ayan, more importantly, no, we should recognize that S&P is not divorced from society. In fact, the current state of S&P, no, kung gaano siya ka-backward and stunted, it is just only one among other symptoms of the bigger problems in our, or bigger issues in our society. Na this dismal situation has historical basis as described, as presented nga kanina, no, na this state was born out of decades of policies that serve only the elites. Okay? And itong condition na to, parang na-stuck na siya mula nung sa colonial orientation natin hanggang ngayon na independent na tayo. And, ayun, it really hurts. Ang SNP na ganito, tama ba? Right? So, ayan. bilang mga student scientists, kung or aspiring to be future scientists, no? Kung makikita natin yung ganitong data, parang nakaka-discourage na siya. Pero hindi dapat tayo magpa-discourage, no? Or ano ba dapat nating gawin? Ayan, what can be done? Dito. For then, ito na yung last part, no? Ano ba yung pwede nating magawa para hindi na ganito yung maging state of SNP natin and society. Ikaw na lang daw mag-presidente. Joke. Joke lang. Ayan. So, what can be done? What can we do? Siyempre, arouse, organize, and mobilize, no? By participating in educational discussions such as this, no? Kaya very thankful ako na I got invited in this talk. Join maths organizations dahil we want to highlight the importance of collective action. And then we should advocate or push for a nationalist, scientific, and mass-oriented culture or NSMO. Kung makikita niyo siya, baka nababasa niyo siya online na may nagkakal na ganyan. So ano ba yung NSF culture, no? Nationalist. So, iniinganyo natin yung patriotism by promoting our own identity and culture, and ina-encourage natin na ang pagiging self-sufficient, na hindi tayo na lalamangan or pinagsasamantalahan nitong mga foreign influences na to or foreign entities, no? So scientific, we foster or the scientific method and yung pag-develop ng critical thinking. And lastly, yung mass-oriented, syempre, it should serve the interests of the people. Ayan. And syempre, we should not forget may chat? Okay, ayan. Support local PH, right? Ayan. Integrate with the masses. Kasi, we should link our struggle with the struggles of the other sectors, sabi dyan. So, we should integrate with the masses dahil we can only further understand the state of the Philippine society as a whole kung aalamin din natin yung struggles of other sectors. And in that way, we can help change it. No? Hindi lang tayo yung may kakayanan na baguhin yung society. No? So, we should change the society alongside the other sectors of the society for the improvement of the lives of everyone, lalo na ng mga basic sectors like our farmers and our workers. So, ayun, we should fight for the people with the people. Ayun lang. So, before I end this presentation, ayun, what did you learn? Maybe one or two or sino man na gusto mag-share ng learnings nila or ng takeaways, insights, or favorite part nyo, kung saan kayo pinaka-nainis, saan kayo pinaka nagalit or nalungkot na part, mga ganun.